Now, John. Now, can we, John? Please, John. Now, can we? Can we?
Put him in the cage and just muzzle him.
Are you sure we're ready? Are we
I
on?
don't know.
No, I'm not sure we are. We'll do this for the whole segment.
I pushed the button.
And now the show's over.
Oh no, the phone didn't ring yet. Hold on a sec.
No.
Stupid YouTube, you failed me again. Now we just got demonetized. Anyways, it is streaming. I don't know if it's live yet, so that I'd have to go in. We'll leave all enough. We'll leave enough alone. Go ahead. So we were talking about my newest video at nelsonbuck.com, and I want you guys. Hello, Belinda. Belinda, and John, and some guy named...
And John and Belinda, and John.
And Josh.
Oh, Josh, don't Josh me like that.
Look at the screen, Josh.
Josh.
Oh my God, he's turned his volume down so low now, you can't even hear him at all.
It's okay, I'll make it easier for us to speak. I love you, Josh, you know that, right?
I love you more, Josh. When I go to the bathroom, I think about you.
Oh, goodness.
To this day, I still don't know what that really means when someone says that. Anyways, yeah, so guys, go check out, I got the link in the description below, go check out my latest video, and I want people to give me insight as to what they think I should put in my videos to make them more presentable or more showing. And Josh, I'm not listening to anything you say. Because you're just
gonna say take your face out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so I'm all set. I got Xbox going. I got the game up, and Josh, we can hear you today. Like holy crap, John, you said you watched the video last night or on Netflix.
Yesterday or whenever I watched it.
How about you, Josh? Did you watch on Netflix banking Bitcoin?
Of course.
You did.
Of course, I watched it last week though.
You did watch it. So I watched it. Oh, yeah. The only one that did not do her homework was Belinda.
I had more important things to do, thank you.
More important things than conversations for Mardox? Oops.
Yes.
I just finished eating.
Like actually make a living.
I earned my living off you people.
What? I can't make a living with Mardox. Why am I here?
Okay, I can buy candy with Mardox.
Yeah,
I make pretty good walking around with my cup, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hold my cup out at the mall and ask for money, but it doesn't always go so well.
There you go. Oh,
it helps me because they think I'm a refugee or something, you know.
So then let's start with John because I want to put John. I want to put the brother on the spot here. And what did you think about the documentary?
I thought it was extremely interesting. I had no idea that Bitcoin kind of started off that way. I had no idea of the total background of it. I left the documentary more aware than I was before, but still a bit puzzled. But all in all, it was quite interesting.
I found that I left it even myself, someone who knows let's say more than the average bear out there, and I left watching that saying, oh wow, you know, maybe Bitcoin is a good thing, or cryptocurrencies is a good thing, you know, based on what like the stuff with the politicians and the one that decided to set up his own laws in New York, and now he's charging the money at the front gates, in order to get Bitcoin license.
Yeah, that's the thing, the regulating part, which, you know, is debatable, I guess, but I guess that something does need to be regulated, but who does the regulating? Well, here's
the thing. Regulating. Who regulates my wallet? If you give me money and I put it in my wallet,
your wife does.
Yeah. No, but I mean, nobody really regulates Bitcoin. They set up laws so that you have to pay into these laws and to run in New York to run Bitcoin. But that's only amongst New Yorkers. That's not. If I'm in China, New York laws cannot regulate what I'm making or not making. You see, that's
Sure, because anybody can set up a Bitcoin wallet and anybody can do business in Bitcoin. I guess
it.
unless you're in New York, I don't know.
The regulation basically is if you're in New York, you can still have Bitcoin in New York. There are people that have Bitcoin wallets and they live in New York, and they're not regulated or licensed whatsoever. And the only way that anybody's going to find that out is if they get stooled on.
If they get what?
Stooled on. Someone spills the beans on them. I'm trying to talk old gangsta and everything, like, mob,
No, I just didn't hear acoustically what you said there.
Oh, open your ears, boy. Oh, jeez. I'm just waiting for the comments, all the anti-racist comments. How dare you call him boy? What do you think you are? And I'll reply back, Colonel Sanders. Who else? Okay, that was Kentucky. That was Kentucky. Okay, that's a little extreme.
You gotta open your door and have folks standing there in hoods or something.
Oh, I got a message from I've been doing videos on Jake Paul and Team 10, and I think it's an automated email from them saying that they do not appreciate that I do commentary on their videos and that I'm making them look bad. And one of the phrases, I can't remember the wording, but one of the phrases basically says, it's a sorry attempt at a cease and desist paragraph, but basically says we're going to show up at your front door if you don't stop.
Okay.
It's badly written. I want Jake Paul to show up at my door.
I was going to say, let him show up at his front door.
Yeah.
Make sure you have plenty of hors d'oeuvres and tea,
Yeah.
and make him feel welcome.
Yeah. They're going to burn. I'm going to film it and burn his ass.
Maybe I've been living under a rock, but who are these people?
Okay. Jake, it's you're not out
Jake
of
from
it.
Steak Farm.
No,
Yeah.
you're not out of it. Jake Paul is a YouTuber with over 10 million subscribers, but his age range of his viewers ranges from 7 years old to 13, 14 years old, and he's become a YouTube celebrity.
Those people pedophiles.
But you know what? He wears khakis, and he still works at State Farm.
Hold on now. No. He's not a pedophile.
Okay.
There's no contact with him and the kids. There's none of that going on.
He just attracts immature audiences.
Yeah, no, it is. That's exactly what it is. But what he's going around and doing right now is he's telling these younger generation, you can do whatever the hell you want, any way you want, and no one can touch you. Like, you can disturb your entire neighborhood, and no one can do anything about it. He lives in Hollywood. Oh, no. Hollywood, the LA has now shut him down. He cannot do a film in the city of LA without a permit right now because he is dangerous. Belinda, you're typing.
There's an accident. My keyboard just jumped in front of my fingers.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, so what he's doing now is he's going off to Texas to apparently help everybody in Texas and Houston to recover from this hurricane. And in his video at one point, he says, actually, I'm not even going to say, you guys got to go watch my video on my channel to see what's actually said.
I just saw the funniest video come out of that.
From who?
There's a funny video that came out of the storm. I'll have to.
Out of the storm. Okay.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I got to pull it up.
So Jake Paul is basically a huge YouTube celebrity, and my videos are following more towards the current news. So go watch and maybe you'll actually catch up and be aware of what's going on in YouTube. But it is true. If you're not following the gossip streams or who the biggest YouTubers on YouTube, then you don't know who these people are. It just goes to show how small they really are.
Well, my daughter watches YouTubers, but more her age, of course, Like she used to like PewDiePie, and now she doesn't after what he did. And
that's
I don't know who he is and what he did. So probably a good thing.
One thing he did was he paid some kids in Cambodia, some people in Cambodia for $5 to put a sign over their head and laugh and giggle and dance and stuff. So they did it, but they didn't know what was written on the cardboard, and it was "Death to Old Jews," and they were laughing their asses off. But it was a prank to basically say, look what we can pay for $5. But he almost had those people in Cambodia shut down and lose all their money. They were offering a legitimate service through Fiverr, where you would say right on the board, "Happy birthday, John Brewer," and they'd like, Yeah, you know. And for $5,
here is the funniest video that came out of the disaster.
But we can't play it right now.
Why not?
Copyright infringement. I can't play. This is live. I can't.
Really? No. This is not. Trust me. This is a home video somebody did.
Yeah, I know. But if it's on YouTube, I'm fucked.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. But still, if it's on YouTube or there's a license to it on YouTube, I'm screwed. I can't do it.
It's already demonetized, anyways.
Yeah, as soon as we said Jews, death to all Jews. What did we say? We said boy. We said white and black. Oh, there you go. Peace. Yep. And you know, so yeah, I think yeah, I gotta keep fighting for every one of my episodes now to get monetized. Yes.
They will watch.
You
will watch the show in its entirety. But
it's important to monetize our videos because you wouldn't believe how much money I made yesterday on yesterday's video, John.
How much you make yesterday?
1 cent.
Wow.
I made one.
Oh wow! Don't spend it all in one place.
I know.
Hey, it's a cut.
Whoa, John! You just cost me 9. Linda, you're not even.
I can't help it. The keyboard loves me.
I know, but you're not even in tune. You're not even doing it with a beat. It sounds like trash jazz.
But what he said was beat the keyboard.
Beat the keyboard. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I've had too many coffees today. Way too many coffees.
Yeah, so back to the Bitcoin movie we were discussing.
Yeah. Bitcoin, yes, which is another word not to put in videos. It's true. It's true. You'll be demonetized. If you put in the words Bitcoin or currency or another one, make money online, your video is instantly demonetized.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to fight for it after. You got to get a human to look at it and go, "Oh yeah, okay, yours can be online." Okay, go ahead, John. You're gonna say about Bitcoin.
No, I just wanted us to continue the conversation. That's all.
Yeah. Well, we would have more conversation if Belinda did her homework. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, okay. She's ignoring us. We love you, Belinda. No matter what Josh says, we love you.
Yeah, sure you do.
There we go. Now she's listening to us. Okay, John, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I am listening to you. I'm just muted, okay?
Okay.
He just muted you because she doesn't want to hear you.
Yeah.
No, I can still hear him. You just can't hear me.
So,
like I said,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I found it quite interesting. I still left a little bit confused, but I know a whole lot more than I did.
Yeah, it was informative. It does fill in the blanks. My father watched it, and I downloaded I basically screen captured the show so my dad could see because he doesn't have Netflix. And yeah, so basically I committed copyright infringement and distribution of content without authorization. Man, I'm going to prison. And I didn't sell it. I just put it on a USB key and passed it out so he could see the awesome content that was made by Netflix. And yeah, I'm in shit now. the copyright feds are going to show up my door now.
Does anyone know anyone personally or in like Mardox or anything like that who's been affected by the flood in Texas?
We have 2 members that are in Texas, but they're not in the Houston area. Okay. They said they're fine, but it was very wet, like lots of rain. One person that's in my Twitter mentioned that the water was just about reaching to the door, but they live alongside a river. But again, not in Houston. People in Houston, water's
about 5. They live in a van down by the river?
Yeah.
Down by the river. Josh, you are horrible.
No, you got to know Saturday Night Live to understand that.
I know what you're talking about. You're still horrible.
This is
really... close to a river need to be careful because of...
well, I live by a river, but I'm about 100 feet above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there. Linda.
Here in Mardox, we're sensitive to your needs, and we're professionals.
Here at Mardox, we blow your eardrums out with key presses from a 1990s phone.
What's beeping?
That's what I'm talking about. Thanks. That is terrible sound to listen to.
I can't believe that this little sound picks up like that.
Because it's a high pitched sound. It's a high pitched sound. That's why it picks it up. And
I'm sorry, sire.
Well, no, not me. Say sorry to the people watching it. You just blasted their eardrums.
I didn't blast your eardrums.
Yeah,
You're really magnifying. Okay, I'm sorry, you viewers. I love you.
Well, okay, at least one
Yes,
person.
I do. Shush.
One person loves them. Lauren, my gorgeous Lauren. How are you doing?
Hi, Lauren.
No, come on.
Hey,
say something, Lauren. Say something.
Go ahead. Say something.
Just say the word something and he'll get off your back.
Lauren's probably still watching my video, probably, right?
No, I didn't see any videos today.
Oh, my newest one is up. If you want to go watch it and come back, it's up to you. Or watch it during supper.
How you doing today, Lauren?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay. Doing okay.
I'm better. I'm just high on caffeine. I have had way too much caffeine. Well, like I said, some people said I got to put more oomph in my videos, so I went and drank a whole bunch of coffee and then did my videos. So I'm like, and I broke my laptop, and I was going to put that video up to show how I broke my laptop, and I'm going to put it in the next video though. I broke my laptop.
Oh, yeah?
I broke my laptop, and in the next video after, I'll explain how I broke the laptop. But I got this video you're going to watch today is about one topic, and then I'll show the actual incident of breaking it, and then I got the next one after, I'll show what happened when I broke the laptop, and it was kind of like a oh well, another $1,000 down the drain. Don't tell my wife. Nobody. Hey, holy crap, Itesh, you gotta mute yourself, buddy.
Hey, hi Tash, how you doing? Tash.
Yeah, to mute yourself.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, Belinda, you wanna handle the muting and stuff? Because all we hear is Itesh's air conditioner. Or fan, one of the two. Yeah, so basically, John, you have a laptop, right, buddy, friend?
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
He sold it.
And
I got a Canadian I know, real close friend of mine who needs a laptop, buddy.
oh really?
Yeah, I know this
His
guy.
name is Nelson.
Yeah, you know him too, eh? Yeah, he broke his laptop.
Hey, Tash.
He can have my sons. It doesn't work very well.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, John, you're horrible.
I'll give you a sec. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. I'll go
John is horrible. He's
Yeah.
geared up his sons.
Yeah, it's about time for him to have a new one. It's starting to act funny.
Wow.
But there's nothing in the budget.
She's gone, like, I actually went to my back office. I still don't see my earnings. Like, Nelson said he fixed it, but it's not fixing it.
Yeah, okay, right. But Itesh, we got to talk about that outside the show on a private chat. That's the problem's been fixed. Everyone sees it's fixed. I don't see what you're seeing, so we'll have to get on a private chat, and then I can go on video with you and actually see what you're seeing. It's either a misunderstanding. Okay. It's either a misunderstanding or it's or really is something wrong with your file. So going back to what I was saying, guys.
What did you do?
I can say it here. I made, like I said, tomorrow's video is going to show what happened. What happened was I made a skit, and I took out my dog's big cushion. Is big, like it's like a 2 feet by 2 foot cushion. You know, it's a huge cushion, and I put it on the ground. The idea was I go blah 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 blah. Oh, I had the hell with this. Get up, and I drop my laptop, right? And I'm supposed to hit the cushion.
Right.
The dog, as I did this, I didn't realize the dog got up from his cushion and ran towards the door and pushed the cushion out. and my laptop went straight on the hardwood floor. Smash.
So, why would you ever throw a laptop?
Oh no! It's an older laptop. I don't mind, but I hit the hardwood floor. If it would have hit the cushion, it would have just bounced.
Look before you throw it.
Here's the problem. Now that you try to throw it to the floor, you got a broken laptop. And then you want him to send you one? Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, John's my friend. But tomorrow I'll have the video up that shows how this broke, and you guys are gonna go, oh! And I mean, it hits so hard, the camera goes, and there's a vibration in the video. And it's like, oh! So I walked out the hallway around the corner.
You dork.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there around the corner going, oh, fuck.
That was smart.
Yeah, so I come back around and figure, okay, what the hell, $1,000 down the drain. Let's make it look good, right? Let's own it, right? And so I did. And sure enough, I opened the lid and it works. The screen lights up, everything works, except the piece of the panel came off and it needs taping now because the plastic must have come off.
Hey, duct tape works wonders, man.
Yeah.
Duct tape. Yeah, everything's a Mr. Fix-It duct tape.
Yeah, if you can't duct it.
So now in my videos, I'm going to use it as I'm going to use it for my information. I'll use it as a prop, and then maybe one day I'll get fed up and really throw it against a brick wall or something. John, if she wants to talk, she's got to be part of the group. John's all like, no.
Yeah, hey. My wife asked me a question. What do you do when you
Shame on you.
What do you do when you accidentally your icon bar that's usually at the bottom on the side in Windows? How do you fix it?
You get a hold of somebody who knows Windows, because I've been out of Windows for so long.
What are you trying to do?
Ask me how to fix something in Ubuntu or Linux, and I'll fix it for you.
What's the issue?
My wife mistakenly moved her what do you call that? Those icon bars at the bottom. That icon bar at the toolbar at the bottom.
Did she drag it and move it down? All she has to do is bring her mouse down, and she'll make little arrows. She'll be able to click and drag it back up.
Yeah, if you moved it to the side, then you can drag it back down.
Okay, I have to see. I have to go look.
Did she do that on your laptop or her computer?
Her computer, her desktop. I'm on my laptop.
Okay. You sold it?
Yeah, he made money on it, man.
You sold your laptop?
You need to take your other drugs, okay? I am using my laptop right now.
Okay, good.
And my wife is on her desktop.
Okay, got it, good.
Okay.
Yeah, giggity.
Good. Now you're jiggy.
Yeah, giggity, getting jiggy with it. What are we talking about? I forgot.
Oh, jeez.
I'm lost.
You're something.
So
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
My daughter Tiffy wants to start a gaming channel, playing video games, to be the worst gamer on YouTube. Yeah, seriously, she wants to start a channel where she does commentary about games in games, being the worst game player of these different games, and videotape this. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. Everyone else is doing commentary and playing video games on YouTube as an actual game. I'm going to be the best, And she wants to do it. She wants to play it as the worst game player ever.
Okay. See, at least she set her goals high.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's
it's going to be some kind of channel where she's making fun of the games or what?
I don't know yet. Well, so my beef now is I gotta go get a video capture device that will allow us to capture the video as she's playing and record it.
Does the screen shares do that?
No, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it high enough quality.
Oh.
No, they got Pacific ones for that.
Yeah, I think so.
What are you talking about?
Actually, there's a whole game community out there that has video capture software online that records everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but this would be I should be playing on Xbox and wants to record it to PC.
Well, who the hell plays games on PC or Xbox?
I do. I'm doing it right now. Jeez, we have PS3, a PS4, and Xbox One. You know, so for when she plays games, I need to get a video capture device. It's about $75.
I got a Mac, a PC, an Ubuntu, and a Chromebook.
I have a Linux, and I have a Ubuntu. Yeah. Wow, Josh, wow.
Hey, I have a Windows question for you.
All right.
Oh.
Go ahead. Nelson's got you.
What? No.
Okay. What? I didn't hear you. You have to talk louder.
I said Nelson's got you. Go ahead.
Okay. Question is, on my wife's desktop, right? She has Windows 10, and when she's online, when printing is real light, and I haven't been able to adjust anything that would fix that. What?
What did you say? You started breaking up when you
have to understand. You have to understand German digital linguistics.
The text on her screen comes out really light when she's online.
Is that the websites maybe?
No, because it's like that across many websites. You see.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm asking, because a lot of websites I'm noticing they're using like almost a light gray for a font color, and I find it annoying as hell.
Yeah, it's hard for her because
I'm thinking, is it the websites or the programs and applications that she's using?
I think it's mostly on the sites, right? That you is it across?
I think she can. I think in settings in Chrome, I think you can go in and set override website colors and use your own. I think that still exists.
Okay, because I've looked and I've tried and I've asked around, but so far no one's been.
We used to be able to go in and say override colors, right? Like hot links and stuff like that. You can override it and say blue and red and make fonts black, for example. But the only problem with that was when you came across a black website, like for a black football team. No kidding. If you came across a website with a black background, all your text was black on black. You know. Oh my God, this is sounding terrible. Oh, we're getting into porn here. Do you know what I mean?
And the video has been demonetized.
Yep. Now we're talking black on black.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, well, technically, John, what we're recording right now, we have an Oreo right across the top of the page. Me, you, and Belinda.
Will we ever make it through one show without?
No.
Someone wants to bring it up.
No, that's it. It's my goal to put as much crap in it and still get it monetized and prove my point. You can do whatever you want on YouTube.
You're gonna assign somebody at YouTube just to watch the show, so they don't have to monetize.
You're a horn dog. You're a helmet head.
Yep.
Now, John.
I am.
Yeah.
That's the way.
We want you from now on to have 5 mugs in front of you, and without looking, pick up a mug. Let's see if it's the right one.
Mardox Roulette.
Yeah.
Mardox Roulette.
Classic.
There used to be a rhyme. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the.
Beep, beep, by the toe.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Yeah. I always thought it was tiger, but I recently found out that it's not. Hey, did you guys know that the term jury rig, to jury rig something, is racist?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that word before. That's the first I've ever heard of it.
No, you've heard it. Somebody somewhere in your life say, "I had to jury rig something." And
no, they said the other word, not Jerry.
What other word?
The N word.
There's no such thing as nigger rig. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the way I've always been taught it.
Well, they're idiots.
But I don't say that. That's just what I've heard.
It's jury rig, but what they call it now, they're saying it's racist because the person. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But the person who coined the term was named Jerry, who was black in Kentucky in 1880 something.
Nelson, I've never heard the word jerry rig. I've never even heard that term.
It doesn't matter, but jerry rig is from a black guy in the 1880s in Kentucky. He came.
I've heard the racial slur part of it instead.
That's from where you were brought up. I don't know, Massachusetts. You said?
No, New Jersey and Pennsylvania, you dimwit.
Because it's a term made by a black person. Now apparently it's racist to say it.
Because it was made by a black person, it's racist?
Yeah.
Use it?
It was coined by a black person, therefore only black people can use it.
Well, that's just like a black person saying the N-word. They can call each other that, but if you're not black, you better be tight with one because you'll get your butt beat.
I want to see two black guys say the N-word on YouTube, have it demonetized, and then have them remonetize it at YouTube. Yeah, we said it because we're black and we both allowed to say it. I want to see that go through.
I mean, we use the term jerry rig in the Army all the time.
Yeah, I know. I used to.
The thing is I don't like using racial terms anyway, so I never do it regardless.
It's not a racial term.
No, not that one. Other ones. I'm saying like the N-word. I would never say that.
Well, no, I said it earlier as an example because I don't believe that you should have to be bound to saying the N-word. It's just a word. It's just sound coming out of your mouth.
It's a word that causes a lot of sensitivities. I don't use
it. No, hold on, John. Hold on now. Causes sensitivity. Why? Because as far as I know, the people who used to be called that in the South are no longer around with us. We're into 2 generations later. If anybody's still around, they're 120 some odd years old.
Doesn't matter. It's why it was coined in the first place.
No, I know, but people are getting upset now because of it. You're not. These are people that were never slaves. They were never even in the slave. No, but
yeah, but it's you're talking logic and stuff here, but
I find it hypocritical, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but okay, when you're dealing with something that causes strong emotion in people.
No, I know, but like for example, let's take the Jews, the Jews today that are upset about the Holocaust, which. They can't even pull up photos of it. They're born 2 generations later. They're still upset about it. How could you be upset about it when you weren't even conceived?
Because
you see, I don't know.
Because it's still something that brings up a lot of emotion in people, even generations later.
Yeah,
there are deeply entrenched things within us. It's simply so.
No. It's taught because I'm sure that if we put 100 people on an island and we teach them that the N-word is the best word in the world, they'll say it all the time. Under that context. Again, it's all what we're taught and learned. The N-word doesn't actually mean anything.
But the fact of the matter is, why the term came into existence. And because
that somebody came up with the word to describe black slaves.
Yeah, but that's simply the fact that's why it came into existence. That's why it causes the problems that it causes. Period.
I understand. I'm just saying the people today that are getting upset about it don't really have any relevance to it. Other than the and the thing is, if you look at it at the time of the black man slavery, there were also white slaves. There were people captured in Africa who happened to be white or slightly tan color, like let's say Latino color kind of thing. But they were also mixed into this.
The problem is, maybe. Like Europeans and the people outside.
You're a peon.
And people outside of the USA will go down that rabbit hole of thought and can think rationally about things like that. But people within America have problems with that.
No, I understand. I'm just saying.
Not just a sensitivity thing.
Yeah, I know.
They have problems with certain lines of thought.
I understand. I'm just saying, I find it hypocritical that 2-3 generations later, and they're still apparently upset about it, where they have no connection to this. They did not endure the hardship that these people that were originally upset about it. It's like, are we gonna go?
Because,
go ahead.
Probably because in America, the mentality still exists.
Yeah.
And they don't address it. You know, that's why
they hide behind this thing that racism is gone. It's a thing of the past, and really racism is alive and strong.
They lie to themselves.
Yeah,
you see.
yeah, yeah.
And this is what has happened in recent weeks and months.
Yeah.
Has brought to the surface just what was, what's been there all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's just it reared its ugly head.
But that's the problem with America and Americans in general.
Well, Canadians too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how different Canada is as far as compared to Europe is concerned.
Here I can tell you that I know a teacher can say the N-word, a flat-out N-word, but under a context of teaching, there'll be no problem. School system here will not say anything about it as long as it's under the scope of teaching what it's about. But to just walk out and say, "Hey, you N-word," because somebody bumped into his car, he would get fired right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so, sure. But the thing about it is, Americans have a difficulty dealing with history and dealing with their past.
Yeah.
And then you have people now in these generations and in a couple of generations before this one and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't know a whole lot about history.
No, that's right.
See.
That's right.
And that's the history that's taught.
Hey, look, we're live.
Hey, we're live. History that's taught in school and stuff is lacking.
Lacking and contorted in so many ways. That's a whole other topic that I got evidence on, is how the school system teaches stuff and it's nowhere near what should actually be taught. Go ahead.
But I think now that what has happened in the past weeks and months in the States was a good thing, because it has brought the issue up to the surface where it needs to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it can't be handled if it's not dealt with.
Right.
My students ask me about this a lot, and they're surprised to find out the degree of racism that exists in America still today. They're really, really, really surprised about it. Stop playing with your phone, Nelson. They're really, really surprised about it. It's interesting.
What did I say? The N-word and everybody and the dog is gonna start.
Are they writing you now?
I'm getting messages. Holy crap! People, watch the whole video and listen to the whole video before you start complaining. Wow! Hold on. I gotta get a grasp on this here. Where was this?
People, he was not being derogatory in any way.
Yeah, John doesn't mind that I say this stuff.
No, John has an open mind, and John knows that Nelson is not being racist or derogatory or anything.
I'm not racist. Yeah. I am racist. I'm racist against racists.
Okay.
There you go.
No, but that's just it's like religion and politics. You have to be careful who you discuss it with.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a whole religion on itself if you look at it. And could be political too. Yeah, no, it's touchy. And I just put the ball in my own goal. Yay! Belinda does not like her keyboard.
I barely am touching the keys.
I know, but your microphone's picking it all up. Go listen to the video.
I'm tired of muting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Hey, Belinda, I have a question for you. Back and forth, back and forth.
Belinda, it's because it comes out totally crappy. People are listening, and all they say is we can't hear the conversation. All we hear is
I did it for a split second. It's not going to kill anybody.
Go back and listen. Watch the video at the end. You'll see what I mean.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I only did it for a second. I didn't undo it.
Belinda, watch. I'm going to give you the timestamp. Go to 38 minutes and 30 seconds, and that's where it's going to be. Go watch, and that will be what we just listened to, and you'll hear it. You'll see. It's super.
Okay,
rare.
I'm sorry. But it was for a split second, and now I'm done. So it isn't like ongoing.
Yeah, I know, but it happens a lot. Is what I'm saying. Anyways, it drowns everything else out. If we want to have a nice show, then let's have a nice show. Otherwise, what the hell?
I know, but then when I go to mute myself, you're like, "Hey, Belinda, so give us your input." You know, as soon as I mute, you want to chat.
Yeah, but that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
We wait till you mute, then we ask you stuff.
There's Tash.
Yes, I don't mind, but then you wait till I mute to do it.
This is funny. I said the N-word. Itesh left. Josh left. I must have offended Josh. We all both know he's black. Jesus. And then I get messages about people saying, you shouldn't say the N-word. And I'm like, what the? Good grief. Okay, I will never say the N-word.
We have snowflakes watching, apparently.
Yes, we do. There was
like I say, people are super sensitive, so there are some things that we have to stay away from.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but on my own channel, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm not, you know, I mean, I'm not racial. Heck, I'm a minority myself.
Yesterday,
but I'm saying I'm not going to be PC either. I'm not going to, like, you know.
In tomorrow's video, I wish I got to start keeping the raw footage, behind the scenes footage, because some people actually want to see all the raw footage, you know. And I did 4 takes of tomorrow's video. I made 4 takes of it, and every time the laptop landed on the cushion, just the one time it didn't, and that was the end. The 4th take. But in the takes 1, 2, and 3 of me standing up and dropping it, you can hear me go, you know, laugh, and it's like, that doesn't work. But I had to retake it because I thought, oh, what's going to happen if Belinda sees this? Because I said the "oh Jesus" word, and God.
I had to come over and hunt you down.
Well, that's what I mean. So I stopped and retook it because I didn't want to swear, and because Belinda gets upset. So I retook.
Well, thank you for being considerate.
I retook the scenes, but because of you, on the 4th try, I cracked my laptop. Okay, now I got it out my system.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't have swore to begin with, and you would have had to retake it. But thank you, though.
What do you guys think? Let's get a poll going. People, comment below. Is Belinda in her right to have me not swear? Or
if it offends my faith, yes. It's called being considerate, and I thank you for that.
Okay,
showing respect. Yeah. I would do the same for you. Okay. I would do the same for John. I do the same for anybody else.
Okay. I respect your faith. Now I expect to see my faith respected too, and that would be equivalent to a 15.
John, but nobody knows what your faith is because you change it every day.
My faith this week is a $1,500 Razer laptop in the mail by it in 2 days. And it's got to be a Razer.
You know what your laptop story reminds me of?
What's that?
Something that
did I touch or anything?
When my son was a baby, I was playing with him, and I threw him on the bed, and he bounced off the bed.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that happened to more than just one of us.
I know, but my wife still curses me out.
Why do you think I am the way I am? My cousin Kenny did that to me. He bounced, and I went flying against a brick, concrete wall, and all I went like, ow! Do it again.
How old were you?
Seven or 8.
Well, how old was the baby, John?
How old was Patrick then?
You're in shit, dude. You brought that up.
He was 2 or 3. At least 2.
Oh, Christ. John, let's start it. How much do we love our wives?
Very, very much.
Okay.
And okay, want to live.
And how much is she valuable to you? I'm going to make it so you can get out of this here, dude. You don't bring that up.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm in the safe zone. I can talk about it. So.
Oh, okay. You're gone past the statute of limitations, right?
Yeah.
And plus, there's witnesses right now.
Did you guys know that Adam Savage off of Mythbusters? You guys know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He has 2 boys, and in his podcast on Tested on YouTube, he keeps referring to 2 things, Thing 1 and Thing 2, in his podcast. And at one point, I caught on that I thought it was his dogs. Thing 1 and Thing 2 are his sons.
That's a shame.
It's to not say their names on camera.
Okay.
To protect them from, the world, he's so popular, The sons don't want to be part of that. So he calls them Thing 1 and Thing 2. I thought they were his dogs. And because he talked, I guess one podcast, he talked about his dogs and he talked about his sons, and I must have cross-linked it. But I mean,
two together.
Yeah, it's like, hey, that'd be cool. I got thing 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I have no shame saying Sandra's my daughter, or Tiffany's my daughter, or Kelly, or Jackie. I got no problem saying they're my daughters. I don't know if they know I'm their dad, though. One day I'll have to leak that information to them. WikiLeaks. Oh, jeez. But he calls his kids. Go ahead.
And they said, we thought Mom was just letting you stay here until you pay your rent.
Oh, yeah. Tina's keep me hostage so I pay my rent. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah. Every morning. Yesterday I made my wife coffee and I made her an egg and cheese sandwich. Later on, so honey, how did you like your breakfast? And I thought to myself, if I said that to her, so Nelson, how did you like your breakfast? It would have been, well,
here comes the frying pan.
It would have been, fuck you. I'm never doing it again. So I said, well, so I said quietly, so did you like it? Oh yeah, it was fine. Leave it at that. Do I continue making her breakfast or not now?
They can do that.
Well, let's just put it this way. When Kurt makes me breakfast, I say, thank you, sweetheart. This was good. And I give him little kissies. When I make him breakfast, he does the same thing with me. That's just how we handle it. But
oh, sweet. No, my wife was getting ready for work. She was all stressed out. No, I gotta find this, gotta find that, gotta get ready. My wife waits for everything till the end. Like last minute. I don't. I can't stand doing that. I know I got a job tomorrow. I get my tools ready. I know where the stuff is. I load the truck up. I'm ready to go. But my wife waits the last minute. And my daughter, sometimes when they work together, my daughter can be the slowest person in the world. Say that again?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
So my daughter can be the slowest person in the world sometimes. You gotta get going. Like, come on, we gotta go. Yeah.
You talking about Jackie?
No, Tiffany.
Oh,
Jackie too. Jackie, it happens to Jackie too. Jackie, come on, we gotta get a move on. We gotta double time this. Get the screws in. And it's like, yeah. Screw goes in, same speed. It's like, come on, give me that. It's like the water truck's coming. And I'm sweating, going, come on. The water truck guy won't wait. He shows up and we have to wait a half an hour. He leaves. So, yeah, so it's like, come on, double time it. And I know roughly when I say noon, they're either going to be there at 11:30. And if that's the case, we still got till noon to get done. But if it's noon and they still have a half hour to wait, they say, screw it, we'll come back some other time. Oh crap! Okay. Now I got to come back later. Huh?
Do you still get charged for the trip?
Yeah.
That they make.
Oh yeah. When they leave, now I got to pay for the trip. $300.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then the client pays when they actually unload, but I have to pay for that extra one in between. I'm like, oh, ouch! And it's happened a couple of times. Now it's like, no. I don't want to pay extra loads for nothing. So there's times I'm on Jackie's case. Come on, double time it. Let's go. And I get all stressed out. It's like, come on. Oh jeez. But no, she does good. They all do good. It's just stress, and it builds up. 4806. Okay, Belinda. Belinda. Belinda's like, I'm not talking to you anymore because she just muted and I'm calling her name twice and I didn't see the mute. I didn't see it because I'm looking at the other screen. See, it's gonna hurt me so bad. Wait till Belinda becomes a shareholder. I'm gonna be screwed.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that day.
Yep, that's it. John wants to be a shareholder.
I'm gonna own you.
My God, John, you could own me. Would that be a thing?
You're gonna be our puppet.
Oh my God, a black guy owning a white guy.
Oh my goodness, we're going there.
Oh, that is gonna be awesome. I will be honored and have pleasure being your slave, sir. Sorry, Massa.
Oh my, I'm not even touching.
Well, think about it. What are shareholders? Shareholders are the true owners of the business, and the owners of the business become basically the shareholders' slaves. Anything that has to get done, the shareholders effectively have the say. You know, whether you're going to do a lot of this stuff, and if you build a business right, your shareholders make all the decisions, and not the board of directors. Other than if it's really critical logistics, but if you do it right, your shareholders are the ones you go to at all costs and say, "What do you guys think? What should we do?" And your shareholders then cannot say, "You made a wrong decision," because me as a CEO could turn around and say, "No, no, 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 no. We did the meeting. There's 100 of you, one of me, and you guys decided 75 to 25. We do this." So, and that's where I protect my ass. But I then essentially become everyone's slave. That's why we hear people in business saying, "I'm a slave to my shareholders." You know, so yeah, it gets touchy. It gets touchy.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Hey, we lost Hitesh again. Did I say the N-word again?
I might be having technical problems.
Oh,
I had to take the dog out.
Who let the dog out? Woof, woof, woof.
And then there's so much stuff in my pool. I don't know where it came from.
What color is
Stuff
it?
like what?
Probably from the rain.
What color is
Because
it?
I have stuff on the bottom. It probably came up from the bottom.
What color
Like
is
what?
it?
It's like algae stuff.
Oh, if it's algae, you got to treat the algae.
No.
Yeah, but is it green or what?
Whatever I'm digging out, yeah. I don't know where it came from.
Well, then it's algae. Did you take care of it? Did you treat it?
No, I'm taking stuff out of the pool.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
skimming
no,
the pool.
no. You've got to treat it before that. You can't get it out.
No, it's not. It's like leaves or something.
Well,
it's
then-
like
well,
big
then-
leaves, and
Then it's
and
leaves.
it's green.
Yeah, well then it's leaves probably with algae mixed in. Algae,
Yeah,
algae,
probably.
algae is if it's green, algae is your green slimy stuff. That's your algae.
Yeah, but that's not good for a pool.
Well, no, you got to treat it. You got to put algicide in. And
No, it's not all the way green. I just have to skim the top.
You got to put algicide in. You have to. You can't skim algae out. If one molecule stays behind, it's gonna
No,
grow.
it's on top of the water.
Yes, but if one molecule, one cell of algae is in the water, it will produce. That's why you have to treat
Okay,
it.
let me go see if I could get one. Hold on.
No.
I'll show you.
Not the leaves. If it's slimy, there's algae. That doesn't listen. She doesn't listen. Oh well. We'll
I don't
do
think
this.
she gets where you're coming from.
Yeah, algae's slimy. it's like when.
I was going to say, if you pick it up and it's all slimy, then it's algae, and if not,
Yeah,
then it's just
algae is basically bacteria. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And if you have algae in your pool, you need to treat it, or else.
Yeah, it's bacteria. It's microscopic. I've seen algae from a pool. Oh man, I wish I'm gonna get a GoPro camera, and I got a pool that I know the person's not touching until really late in the season, like almost June. But when I get there, the algae's on the bottom, and if you can put something in, like what I did was I put a tube in with a mirror in the halfway down, and I put a tube in and looked, and inside the pool, underneath the top layer, you can see this architecture coming up in the middle and going like this. It's all algae. It's an algae structure, and if you take the pole with the brush, and you go through it, it just goes.
Yeah.
It's algae. It's algae. It's built one on top of on itself all the way up. It's really amazing. But I want to get a GoPro camera and stick it under there, and then of course wash it out after. But I want to get a GoPro and film that because it's something we don't usually see under the surface of the water. Okay, let's see this. Let's see this.
I couldn't get it because when I picked it up, it breaks apart.
Okay, then it's probably algae.
They're leaves.
Okay, well take the leaves out, but are the leaves slimy?
Yeah, they're leaves with like green algae on them.
Yeah, so you gotta take the leaves off, okay? But then you have to go.
Yeah, I'm taking the leaves out. That's why I'm skimming the top of the pool.
Right, but then you have to go get algicide. You have to treat the water. You're gonna lose your water. You're gonna have so much algae in it.
Yeah, my younger brother's helping me. I have to vacuum the pool. That's what it needs.
Yeah, but vacuum it after you treat the algae. You put the algicide in, you let it circulate for a day or two, and then you vacuum out the bottom. You don't disturb the water in the meantime. You put the algicide in, let it treat, Everything will fall to the bottom of the pool and sit on the bottom. Then you vacuum. But when you vacuum, you put your filter to waste, not to filter. Because if you filter, you're going to pick up the algae molecules and you're going to shoot them back in the water, you see? So you put the water you put your water to waste. And that way the algae is picked up and it's flushed out to the road. You don't put it back in the water. And when you vacuum, go very, very slowly. Don't make any clouds as you go by. But a lot of people, when they vacuum, they leave it on filter, and the algae gets in the sand or the filtration, and it comes back in through the jets. And if that's the case, then you're just recontaminating your water with the same stuff again. You have to put it on waste.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll bring the water to a tester tomorrow.
No, that won't matter. If it's green, you got to treat the algae. They can't detect algae.
It's not really green. It's just the bottom that's.
Well, that's where it starts. I'm telling you, you can have your water tested, but they're not gonna test for algae. They can't detect algae. That you need to do a special.
Right.
They would have to do a culture that takes 2 weeks, and that they won't do. You're not gonna pay for that. It's ridiculous. If you see green on the bottom, it's algae. Put algicide in. Take care of it. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, my younger brother helps me with the pool too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. How about you, John? How's your pool, John? I know mine's coming along great. I've got the spoon. I'm starting to dig the ground with the spoon. I'll have my pool dug by next year. No, really, next year's gonna be awesome. Next spring, I got a buddy who's gonna come out with the tractor. He's gonna start digging. This winter, I'm gonna buy all the materials for the pool. And next spring, I'm going to build the pool. I'm going to film the whole thing. It's awesome. An in-ground pool completely made of concrete.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. No liners, none of this bullshit. And then I'm going to put the tile work in. The tiling, I'm going to put the little tiles in. Like, I'm going to turn into Michelangelo. I'm going to do the tile by tile. It's going to be the Sistine pool. Instead of
I've seen pools with tiles. They look really pretty.
Yeah, I know, but but what you probably saw was they roll out this like 2 foot wide span of tile. It's rolled out and glued on.
Yeah, just on the sides, not on the whole thing, just the sides.
I'm doing the whole thing.
Wow, really? You can do that?
Yeah. I'm gonna tile the whole.
I don't think I've ever seen a whole tile pool. Yeah. Just where they did like a liner, like a decor, running across the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all the walls all the way around with tile, and then
oh wow.
And then off to the side of the pool, I'm gonna build a little octagon hot tub out of the same method.
Cool.
Yeah, so the water's gonna circulate from one to the other, and it's gonna be really awesome.
It's just like when I went to Kalahari, where they had the hot tub, then they had the wave pool, and they had different water things there, of course, because that's a water park.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I said to myself, why am I going to pay $30,000 to put in an in-ground pool when I can do it for less than $5,000? That's all the materials. I'll do all the work, and for maybe $300 to $500, my buddy will come with the machine, the digger, and he'll dig the hole to exactly where I need it. And I still gotta finish with the thinking out all the dimensions, because I gotta be spot on, otherwise it's gonna mess up. And then after that, it's just gonna be a question of ordering the concrete. I'm gonna mix my own concrete for it, So I mean, bags of concrete are like $3 a bag. It's like the size of a potato bag, right? I can mix this myself. I'm going to need quite a bit of bags, but it's still not going to cost the amount that a truckload would cost. Because to bring a truckload in, each truckload plus the pumper truck, the one that has to pump through the hose, I'd be looking at about $500 for the first load and $300 for every load after. All the concrete will cost me $300 in bags if I mix it myself and pour it myself.
Okay.
It's not rocket science, It's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And if it fails, it fails. I scrap it, I dig it all out, and we start over again. Life is life. At least I can say I tried, right? And then John's going to come visit, and I'm going to go, no, you can't touch the water.
And don't you dare say why. Because I know you, Nelson. You're going to go there.
All his makeup is going to come off.
Oh, I knew it. Jeez.
I know we don't have that brand here in Canada.
Okay, I don't know you. I'm Switzerland.
Hey, yo, John, love you, bro.
Tough love.
Tough love, yeah. Got John one day is gonna hate my guts for some reason. He's gonna go, I'm so sick of you. Or John's gonna show up and I'm gonna realize, oh crap, John's 6'6" and built. We just don't see it on camera.
That's right.
Yeah, or he's gonna.
I have my diet camera on.
Yeah, or he's gonna send a brother from the hood. Go, hey, you know this guy over here? Can you teach him a lesson? He thinks he's a brother, but he's way far from it.
Oh man.
Oh man. So anyhow,
John doesn't like to get angry. I don't like John when he's angry. So
I don't like John when he's angry either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. John's so popular. He has his own section in the Bible. Big dude.
You haven't seen John really angry, so man, I don't like going.
There you go. Oh man. But you know, I got a problem with the Bible and the pictures. I don't want to get religious, but I got a problem with the. Did I just lose audio? You guys still there?
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got a problem with some of the pictures in the biblical times. How come there's no black people in the paintings with, for example, the Last Supper with Christ? How come all the disciples are white?
But I mean, it depends on people's renderings of
I know.
Supper.
Canadian North America, all the disciples are white. I know. I can't believe that.
No, I mean, when you think of the picture itself, the setup period, not just the color of the people, but the picture itself, and you think of the times in which that was done and the area of the world in which it was done, because you have a lot of renderings of that picture. You got Jesus and the disciples sitting at a big old table, but that's not happening.
No, it's not.
Because how they used to eat in that area where they were was totally different.
Yeah.
And
first off, there would not have been a table. There would not have. Cause when I went to Senegal, that was my big eye opener. When I went to Senegal, we sat in a circle with a big bowl in the middle, and because I was North American, they allowed me to put some on my plate, and they had their plates. But in reality, a lot of them just eat straight from the main bowl. This supper had peanut butter sauce and rice, so it wasn't really something with your fingers. So they had spoons. They weren't they weren't savages, but we still sat in a circle on these cushions around the main bowl.
There you go.
Yeah,
and see, back in those times, that's in the area where they were.
Yeah.
They ate on like floor level kind of things.
Yeah.
And they laid there and ate and stuff like that. So
that's it.
It's way off.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I've seen renderings of the painting of the Last Supper from Senegal, and there's only 2 or 3 white people in it. The rest are dark color. They're not black. They're not South African black. They're tanned. But it's funny how when you look at the North American picture and the let's say the African pictures, totally different. Totally different. Yeah. It's like, wow. And and Jesus Christ would never have put himself as a figure point in the middle of a painting. He would never have done that. He would have been off to the side because he considered himself equal to the others.
Also, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
And
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
These renderings when they put halos on Jesus, that doesn't make any sense either.
No, that's us putting him up on a pedestal, and he would never want that.
No, but when you think of it logically, it doesn't make any sense either, because Jesus, he looked like everyone else.
Yeah. Jesus Christ could be walking amongst us right now. We would never know it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is that we are to pray and ask for the Heavenly Father in the name of Jesus, because He's our mediator, our Lord and Savior. So we should put Him up on a pedestal for that.
Oh, no, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't.
No, that's it, because He doesn't want it. He doesn't want to be on a pedestal.
Yes, but He came to earth for the purpose of our salvation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And that to recognize that, We need to recognize that and live accordingly. You see, but he is like Nelson saying, he himself would never want to be put on a pedestal.
And the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusades was perfect, because when you're looking for the Holy Grail, the cup of Christ, he's confronted with all these different cups of Christ, and one of the actors or the characters goes in and says, that must be it, and it's the most ornate cup with the most gold and rubies and diamonds on it. He drinks from it and the person dies, and Harrison Ford comes along and says, wait a minute, the cup of Christ would not be made of gold. It would be the most basic, down-to-earth thing, probably made of wood. He said Christ was a carpenter. It would have been made of wood. And he picks up the smallest, most dull-looking piece of wood grail, and it happens to be the right one. Because he would never have made himself a grail made of gold, diamond, and rubies. That would have been a king. Someone who puts himself up on a pedestal. You know. Anyways, it's an interesting thought. I just wanted to say how I remembered. I can't remember why I brought it up, but I remember how the paintings of the Last Supper are so different between different countries. It's like it blew my mind when I saw that.
Most people don't actually like read and study the Bible, so
it's lost on them.
The history around the time in which the Bible was written, so.
That's a big
they don't know.
Yeah, that's a big factor. And then you got Belinda, which I agree with her too. We say religion a lot. We say religion a lot, and Belinda says something to me that really catches my attention a lot. She keeps saying she doesn't believe in religion; she believes in faith.
God hates religion. I don't have a relationship with religion. I have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. There's a difference. Yeah, religion is man's idea of what they think God is and how we should be with God, where a personal relationship with Jesus is the only way to the Father. It is the narrow road that they talk about in the Bible, because there's many roads to Rome, but only one, to God.
So, John, being that you're religious, saying that, I'm going to say what it is if you don't want me to say it, but do you believe that being accurate, or is that blasphemy on your side?
No. Okay. The thing about it is like this. And I would have to just tweak it a little bit, because we have a personal relationship with Jehovah God through Jesus Christ, you see.
Okay, well, yes, I could agree with that. Yes, okay. You know what I mean, John.
Yeah, because you see, Jesus, no one comes to God without going through Jesus. That's why we pray in Jesus' name.
Okay.
That's what the Bible.
One of my favorite verses is, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father but by me. John 14:6.
There we go, the John character again.
Now, see, you also have, Christian religions that teach that Jesus and God are the same thing. And
Catholic.
We draw a line.
That's called, there's a complicated thing with the Trinity, because some people think the Trinity means three separate people, one Godhead. But then some people have this new way of saying it, what they call the oneness Trinity, which is a malarkey, if you ask me. Yeah. Where they say it's one person in three ways. Like what? Okay, it's kind of like, it's very complicated to explain, because in a sense you could think of it of water, like ice. There's solid. There's liquid, but it's not really like that. It's kind of like that, but it's hard to explain, because some people take it one way and somebody else will take it another way.
There's a person on YouTube called the Catholic Pessimist, and he says it's real simple. There's a Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. They were only created for one reason only, is so they can open 3 separate accounts on Twitter.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my word. But you know what, though? Here's the thing. This is the thing.
Go ahead.
This is. I'm sorry, not to interrupt. This is the thing, though. There's what you call oneness Pentecostals. There's Trinitarians and there's oneness Pentecostals. Now, oneness believe that Jesus and God are literally the same person. There's not even a God. There's not even a Trinity Godhead or anything. And that's not correct, because they are separate.
Okay, now I got a homework assignment for folks.
Oh no.
I'm
Buddhist. I'm Buddhist.
How are you going to hell in 5 religions? We knew that. Kidding.
The term Trinity. I task you to find it in the scriptures.
But John, you're forgetting something. I hear this all the time. Okay. You're forgetting the word rapture isn't in there. The word Trinity isn't in there, but they describe it.
How so?
You don't have to have the word. It's the description is what gives you the clue.
In which way do they describe it, though?
Oh, I'd have to look up the book and verse, but there's several times in the Bible they describe what we consider a Trinity.
So,
in different ways.
Okay, so we'll look. Well, that's our homework for tomorrow's show. We have to explain what Trinity is and where we can find it in the Bible.
Now we're getting into religious topics, aren't we, Nelson?
And if John is wrong, he will show up on the show whiter than me.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, guys. John, you want to wrap up the show?
Yeah. Thank you, one and all, for tuning in to the Mardox DLC live chat. There are 3 important things that you should do. We would like you to do, and if you're cool, you really do it. Is you subscribe, like, and comment on the videos. Comments are important because we need to know what you think and what you want us to talk about and stuff like that.
Yeah, our crystal balls don't work anymore.
Yeah. My crystal balls don't work anymore.
A lot of people have a lot to say about a lot of things, but hey, come talk to us.
That's it. Come talk to us. And and we keep forgetting to tell people to do something. Oh, and I don't have the logos and stuff at the bottom of this video because I got to fix that. But make sure to join Mardox.com, Mardox.com. That's our main website for where we are building a community, one member at a time. John, show the T-shirt. John, show that T-shirt. There you go. See, and you can get a T-shirt like this by going there. So, so with that said, guys, we'll talk to everyone tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Toodaloo, and